Love it how you wind up for me, like it's all on me. Mash up the place for me, yeah, yeah. She just wanna highlight me, body talk to me. I need a taste, baby, yes, baby. Loving the way you move around me. No more delay, you can wait to shut it down. Want to show me how you work it. I can't find no flaws, you perfect. Cause every time that you come around my way, falling, digging. I keep falling, digging, yeah. And every time that you come across my mind, I keep falling, digging. I keep falling, digging in love. The way that you move, wanna connect with you like Bluetooth. No touching, that's my boo boo. Your love, they do me voodoo. It's my new boo. I'm watching her like YouTube. I wanna ride like Juju. Your love, they do me cuckoo. Hey, yeah. Loving the way you move around me. The body's the way to shut it down. Want to show me how you work it? I can find no love you perfect. How you come around my way? I'm falling, I can't falling, come across my mind. I keep falling, in love. Cause every time that you No. Oh, very good, Gucci, Gucci. Hey, hey, Gucci, Gucci. Oh, very good, Gucci, Gucci. Hey, no, shoo, shoo. Shisha, no, shoo, shoo. No, shoo, shoo. Facility. I'm very young facility. I read the wrong facility. Every other day facility. Enter club facility. You got that one facility. Facility, facility. You got that one facility. Let's get it, let's get it. Hey, couple bullets in my city. I told my watch, go get it. Ain't no slipping in my city. Scammers, trappers, politicians in my city. 9 to 5, they did money. And then the wrong facility. You told me, German, don't come here without your infinity. Slap to the diamond on my seat. Just like this, we're in call up my nigga for 100 and no. Shut it, diva, I call out your low. The shooters and thrillers on my bureau. Yeah, man, I act up, be on that bureau. Very good, hey, no, shooby. No, shooby. No, shooby. Facility. On that kill facility. I read the wrong facility. Every other day facility. Enter club facility. You got that one facility. Facility. You got that one facility. I'm gonna be puff. I'm telling me, John Drug. Before we go right, your love. Fully for twist can't get enough. She knows I'm forever fit. Since I make her walk above. The jacuzzi, she walk me with that. Can't terminate it. I'm on that child, oh my God, she made it. Do it, Prada, break it back. Shopping Dubai, then we back in line. All the boys can't chat me fast. I can check I just feel it glass. Oh, very good, Gucci. Hey, Gucci. Oh, very good, Gucci. Hey, no, shooby. Shisha, no, shooby. No, shooby. Facility. On that kill facility. I read the wrong facility. Every other day facility. Enter club facility. You got that one facility. Facility. You got that one facility.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Hope you guys are hearing me all right. Is everybody hearing me okay?
Yes, we can hear you. Loud and clear.
Very good. I guess that's still be right. Okay, so we still have more people joining in. So we just wait for like probably 2 more minutes, then we start.
Tava fora my rise, eu não go Bitcoin. Tava rise, I'm stand. Gala speaking con. Only God no believe us. I say God no go shame us. Only God no believe us. And the God no go shame us. Tava fora my rise, eu não go Bitcoin. Tava rise, I'm stand. Gala speaking con. What they happen now? They're gonna be a club in the shop now. Go away, cause I ain't got no time to waste. Make a top I'm now, ain't no time to this. I need millions of dollars and billions of pounds. Dig up and that he me, keep my pants. They time to see me, make the rhymes. And damn, look shiny on me, got rants. Anyways, pushing my journey, yeah. Like that, pushing my journey, yeah. Girlfriend, yeah, pushing my journey, yeah. Ain't any special my journey, yeah. Go steady blessings when I pray to God. Say we no blow, but they don't be God. Say we go super, but they don't be God. Well, they be Baptist, so they be the God. Only God no believe us. I say God no go shame us. Only God no believe us. And the God no go shame us. Never fall on my rise. I don't go Bitcoin. Never rise, I'm a stand. Can't be King Kong. Only God no believe us. I say God no go shame us. Only God no believe us. And the God no go shame us. Never fall on my rise. I don't go Bitcoin. Never rise, I'm a stand. Can't be King Kong. SLMG. Producers. I'm promoter. Fans, I'm businessman. DJs. Niger.
All right. I guess we're going to start because we have a lot to cover, and the others that come late, I guess they will catch up. So, good evening, everyone. Once again, welcome to this first online training that we are going to be having for the Pro Nigerian UAE. A lot has been happening last year. We thank God for protection. We thank God for how He has helped us to scale through all the difficulties that was happening last year. Especially right now, we are still facing the issue of the work permit. So I'm so excited to use this opportunity to share with you some of what I've learned that is going to help some of us to improve our CV, because as we know, in case you don't know, the work permit right now is actually limited to a category of people. So basically, they are not approving work permit for certain type of people. So if you are not very how do I say, you're not very highly skilled, you will be affected by the work permit situation. So I guess there are people that are in very good positions that don't have this challenge of work permit. So essentially, as part of what we want to do in Pro Nigeria, we want to try our best to make sure that our members have information and also are able to grow, so that you will not be in the category of people that are affected by the work permit. So without further ado, I'll just introduce again once again what Pro Nigeria UAE is about for those people that don't know. So basically, Pro Nigeria in UAE is a professional community of Nigerians living in UAE. And it was founded by a group of friends around 2019. And I was privileged to be one of those that joined earlier, that started the group. Our purpose is to encourage networking within fellow Nigerians in UAE. We also want to foster and solidify our oneness in order to promote a better image of ourselves, be a good ambassador of our dear and lovely country, Nigeria. As of now, we are over 400 members, both WhatsApp, Facebook, Telegram, Instagram combined. And we've been growing really, really fast recently, especially new people that are migrating over to UAE. So I believe that by the end of this year, we'll even grow even more. So a little bit about myself. My name is David Awokoya in full, and my background is in digital marketing and UX, UI, front-end design. UI means user interface, and UX means user experience design. So I'm currently privileged to hold the position of Director of PR and Communication for Pro Nigeria. I started out my career in the hospitality industry about 6 years ago, and I was working as a graphic designer, photographer, social media manager for a 5-star hotel. So I was also responsible for managing about 6 restaurants. So, I mean, I had a very, very, very busy schedule. And also I learned a lot during my time I was working at Bustani Abadi, basically. And last year in around January, I left because I discovered a better way for me to earn money and at the same time control the time that I have. So I was introduced to freelancing by my younger brother, and currently that's what I do. I work from home. What you see right now is where I work from, and I have clients from different places. I have clients from UK, from US, from Abu Dhabi, Dubai. So that's a brief about me. But anyway, today is not about me. Today is about we trying to see how we can improve our CV. So I'm going to be sharing with you a few things. I'm not sure if you can all see my screen. Can you see what I'm sharing? Please just indicate, just say something. Toby. Can we hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay. Can you see my screen though?
Yes.
All right, perfect. So today we are going to be covering what is a resume, types of resumes, ATS, which means Applicant Tracking System. This one is very interesting. You find out what it is for those of you that don't know what it is. 8 tips for writing better resumes, and 5 early mistakes you should avoid. And then we're going to take a bit of Q&A towards the end. And also, if we have more time, we'll have the opportunity to critique somebody that presents their resume. And then also, I'll be giving out a free resume makeover for one person in this meeting. So let's start. I want to start with a quote by Gina Chibé. It says, if you don't like someone's story, you should write your own. So the reason why I love this quote is because, especially now that we as Nigerians are struggling, our story is really, really bad. I mean, a lot of people have been complaining, even in the group, we've been complaining a lot about what's happening to the visa situation. But you can see, Gina Achebe, I'm sure most of us know that he was one of the people that actually experienced a lot of hardship, especially during the early days of Nigeria. And for him to write something like this, it means a lot. That means he has been through a lot, and we can learn a lot from that. So I want us to really keep this in mind as we go through this session. And also, generally, this year, we might be facing a lot of hardship, but the truth of the matter is the ball is in the court for us to write our own story, right? So, and part of it is improving yourself, improving your job situation. And to get to that level of improving your job situation, you actually need to take some steps. You need to train yourself, you need to develop yourself. And part of it also is learning how to present your skill set and your experiences better, right? So we're going to start by defining what a resume is. So a resume is a 1 to 2-page document presenting key facts about your profession, your professional experience, your education background, and your skills. Most people think that a resume is the same thing as a CV, but in the US, actually your resume is different from your CV. So a CV in US especially is a term used differently because it has different purpose. Even though as Nigerians, we tend to interchange CV and resume as the same. So what is a CV? A CV is a longer document that details the whole course of your career. A resume is used for job search, and a CV is used for academic purposes. So next time you are talking about your CV, you should actually use the word resume, not your CV, because when you're looking for a job, you actually use your resume. Okay, so why is resume so important? Well, number one, resume is so important because it's a quick summary of your experience. If the job lists specific experience requirements or a minimum qualification, it is very easy for the employer to filter out resume that don't include them. So if you see a job that is posted and they list out a few requirements, if that requirement is not included in your resume, you find out that you miss out on that job. And by the time you get to the ATS system, you understand that. So another reason why resume is so important is it shows your writing skills as well. You know, there are some of us that we have over 15 years of experiences, and your resume is a challenge for you to see how you can concise it and organize it in a very easy to read. And your resume actually tells the employer how you think logically, and it also highlights how you tend to articulate yourself in terms of writing, and also how you can express your experience, right? So that's the core reason why your resume is so important, and you have to structure it the right way. Okay, so we're going to look at only 3 types of resume. We're going to look at reverse chronological resumes. We're going to look at functional or skill-based resumes, and we're going to look at combination of both. So it's like hybrid. So the thing is, there is a place for each type of this resume. A lot of people will have to use the reverse chronological resume because of their industry, while some other people will have to use a functional resume because that's the best way for you to actually sell yourself. So, for example, people that are into the medical industry, the best resume to use is reverse chronological or the hybrid. For people that are into the industry that can showcase the skill set, for example, people that are into IT world, the functional resume is better for you because employers are looking for certain things that you need to know, or certain softwares or certain skill sets that you need to know. So you need to bear that in mind. Okay, so the difference between CV and resume, we already touched on that. So I'll just skip this. So this is an overview of how the 3 resume formats looks like, right? So you see chronological resume at the left. For you to have a good chronological resume, you need to have a contact information, you need to have somewhere an objective, you need to highlight your experience, and so forth. So I will not read all of this because I will probably share with you this PDF for this. You can go through it. But the most important thing you need to remember is that the chronological resume is ideal for candidates seeking for a job similar to their previous experience. So say, for example, you're currently a forklift person and you're looking for a job in logistics, right? The ideal resume to use is chronological one. And also it's good for students or entry-level candidates. You just graduated from university, you're looking for a job. It's good for you. And what about the functional resume? The functional resume is for creative jobs where portfolios are necessary. So, like, for example, people that are into the, like if you're an architect, a functional resume will be good for you because you can include your portfolio of things that you want. Maybe you're a hairstylist you can also use the functional resume. Uh, if you are a programmer, you can use the functional resume. And then the combination resume is generally for high-level type of jobs. So let's say, for example, you have a lot of experience, you've been working for a long time, and you're looking for a C-level position. So you are best to use the combination resume because you can include certain things from chronological side of things, showing like your history of your job, and also you can include some functional things. We will see while we go through this process, the different types. Okay. So as you can see right now, the reverse chronological resume it looks like this. So what you have first is obviously your name and your job title. And you can have like an objective next. And then also you have your experience highlighted. Now, the question is why the word reverse chronological? So chronological means that is from the last to the first, right? But in this case, you are reversing it, meaning that you're putting your most recent experience at the top, and then down you highlight the ones that follow after it. So if you can see from this guy's resume, Frank Shelby, he's a master electrician. So he started a while back. He has a lot of experience, but you can see that his most recent job, that's the one he highlights at the top. So that's what you want to do. You want to be able to put your most recent jobs first at the top, and then the previous experiences, you can put them down. Another reason for doing that is because, especially the HR people, they have to sift through a lot of resumes, right? And it is said somewhere that they generally take around 6 seconds or so to scan people's resume. And if they like it, they look at it more. If they don't like it, then they just straighten it in. So now, most of the jobs, their attention more is on looking at the experience level, right? So if you highlight your experience at the top and most recent experience at the top, there is most chance that you are going to be given a second chance to look at your resume. You want to always put your most recent experiences at the top. Are we following? Give me a yes in the comments if you like what you're hearing so far. Are we learning anything? Just give me a yes. All right. Okay, thank you. So moving on to the functional resume. Functional resume is basically for people that are creative, people that are into jobs that you can visually see what the results are. It's not, it's very tangible, like you can perceive it. So that's why you see the resume looks a bit different. You can see this person is in the marketing industry, public relations specialist. So this person, their job entails this this about how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 skills that are very, very important. So that's why you see that they're highlighting that at the top. Now, depending on your industry, you want to be able to identify what are the most important areas in your industry that um, employers are looking for, right? And you want to be able to articulate that you can do those things by having a section that has the skill summary, right? So, and then after you do that, you can now put your experience down. But a caveat is not everybody does their resume like this, even though they're in a skilled industry, right? Like myself, I tend to not do this because I can just highlight in a very concise way my skill sets. But most importantly, I like to show my experience, right? So that's what you need to consider. And you need to remember one thing: your resume is not a place to explain everything that you do. Your resume is just a tool to advertise yourself to be able to get the interview. All you're looking for is to get the opportunity to be at the interview so that you can explain more about your experience. So all these people that are putting a lot of details in their resume, unfortunately, the person that's reviewing your resume has to review about 5,000 other people. So you putting all that content and information is not helping you because the HR person or the person hiring don't have the time to read all of it. You want to make it very simple for them to find the things that they're looking for. So that's why you should keep your resume on side. So the combination resume, like I told you, is for C-level jobs. So the C-level jobs are that in top management. Like for example, if you want to go and work for ADNOC and you want to work in a very high-level position, like probably project manager or business development manager or something like that, you will need to do something that looks like this. You need to combine different things, like you need to combine your skills and your experience. So, for example, looking at this resume now, you see this IT manager. It's including his programming skills, including his leadership skills, it's including his business management skills. Why does he do that? Now, programming and app development, that's a core of his industry. Right? He needs to include that because people, because his job position requires him to know certain things, and he needs to show it in a very quick. And because he's a manager as well, he needs to show that he has the ability to lead a team because he's not managing a team. So it's important for him to highlight that he's done some sort of like leadership role in the past. And then also he highlights business management, right? That's because probably in the job he's going for, it is required that he shows some knowledge of business, which most employers actually look for in a candidate, especially for the management position. So, and then you can see that he highlights his experience. He's just doing snippets, not putting everything down there. His main goal is just to show that he's able to do the job, right? So let's move on. We're running out of time. Okay, I have to be faster now. So now I'm going to share with you 8 tips for writing your resume. Before I go on, I don't know, do we have any questions so far? If you have any questions, please just type it in the comments, yeah? So I'm going to continue now because we are running out of time. I have to go faster now. All right, so 8 tips. Number 1, you need to optimize the name and contact section. So what do I mean by that? If you can see this example I have, this is the top of your resume. This is the place where the employer will see first before even scrolling, right? This is kind of like the most important place for you. So this is where you advertise yourself most. So you can see this resume of this lady. She's a teacher, right? If you read, she have her contact details here. She have a phone number, easy way to contact her. She have a email address and also a LinkedIn profile. And she has a quick highlights about what she's done and who she is about, right? And most importantly, she has her name there and also her position or the position that she's looking for. So this is what you want to be highlighting at the top. Now, if you look at this resume, by the way, I have my name there. I have a picture right there. And also, I did something that is different. And this style, I implemented this like recently, about last 6 months. And as soon as I used this style, I started getting interviews, right? Even though I wasn't really serious about getting those jobs, I just wanted to test out whether I can get more interviews using my updated resume. So if you look below, I have my top position right here, and then I included this small little section. This is the magic, right? This section includes a little bit of testimonial from my previous job, like from colleagues, like in a higher position myself. So this small text that you're seeing, I think it goes a very, very long way because it is a form of endorsement. You're getting other people to say that, listen, I can vouch for this person, that this person did a very good job while working with us. And also, you can definitely count on this person, right? So depending on your industry, if you have a way to get other people to endorse you, it makes it more easy for people to believe in your resume, right? It sells you even much more better. And whenever you do this, it looks so different from everybody else. Everybody else is just having a normal resume where they put in their contact details, objective, and then work experience. Well, anytime a HR person sees this, they'll be like, whoa, this is different, right? So it creates an intrigue, right? So another thing you want to include is your contact detail. Contact detail is a must. Is a must. And if you have a website, you can include that. But another must is your email address and your LinkedIn profile. So if you don't have a LinkedIn profile, you should go and create it. And we'll get to that. Next, ordering your work experience according to your industry. So you see this resume is a resume of a forklift operator. So there are some industry, right, that it doesn't make sense to order it chronologically or reverse chronologically. So you want to make sure that you adapt your resume to fit into your industry type. Like, for example, if you are a if you are a makeup artist, for example, the most important thing is not about when you did that job. It's more about your skill set. So this tip is just to highlight that sometimes it's not about the sequence, it's more about what is more important for your job role, right? So number 3, highlight your achievements, not duties, in the experience section. So what do I mean by that? So most people, they tend to just copy and paste what they did. And the problem with doing that is because when you do that, you end up having a very, very lengthy resume, and it will be too long. So you have a problem of concising it. Generally, there's a rule that says that your resume should not be more than 2 pages. If it's more than 2 pages, it's just too much. You just need to cut down, right? So if you look at this resume, this guy at the top here, he does a lot of things, but he's highlighting the most important achievements he's done. If you read the first bullet point, it says created one of the internet's largest student-focused website with over 2.7 million yearly visitors. You see, other people, what they would have done here is they would say, oh, I created a website, or I manage a website. Nobody cares if you manage a website, or you created a website, or let's say you are in the medical field and you're highlighting the requirements in your field. It doesn't go a long way. What you need to do is to highlight your achievements. For example, you see this person's CV says, assisted patients with limited mobility in all necessary movement, maintained 97% positive patient scores for compassion. You see, especially when you write numbers in your resume, it stands out. It shows that you are more result-oriented rather than just tax-related, like you're just doing tax. So most employers are looking for people that can affect their business in a very positive way. So this is what you want to do in your resume. You want to be able to show that you are the type of person that create impacts for the business. So that's why you should focus more on your achievements rather than your duties, like what you do every day. And another thing is, you should not go beyond 15 years of relevant experience. Don't be highlighting things that are, if you have a lot of years of working, once it's over 15 years, just forget the over 15 years. Just show the things that are between, within the 15 years, right? So most people struggle with this work experience because, for example, if you're the type of person that just came out of university, or you've graduated for a long time and you've not collected experience, or let's even you are a logistic person and you want to go into nursing, for example, right? That's a different field. That's a different career. Well, what are you going to do? Are you going to not put something in your work experience? No, that's not the answer. What you need to do is you can get creative. And the creative thing to do is you can find charity organizations and go and actually volunteer for them. And once you do that, like for about 6 months or 3 months, that's already a job experience right there, right? let's say you graduated from uni, right? And you want to work for Google, for example, and you have no experience. Well, if you have no experience, Google is not going to employ you, right? But rather than just throwing the towel and saying, oh my God, I have no experience, they're not giving me a chance. Well, you have a chance of doing something. What can you do? You can apply for internship. Google have interns. They take fresh graduates from university. Or even what some other people do is they build a personal project. Let's say, for example, you graduated from architecture, right? Or you even graduated as an accountant. You can decide that, I'm going to go as an accountant, for example, I'm going to go to a small business. I'm going to offer my accounting service for free. And that's how you're going to get what? Job experience. Let me give you one more example. Let's say you're an engineer, right? You have no work experience as well. What can you do? You can build like a small prototype. Like, I mean, we've seen a lot of countless of videos online of Nigerians, talented young guys creating mini prototypes of planes and all that. Why don't you do something also with your skill? You can do something, and in fact, if you are able to show that on your CV, it is so impressive. It's way better than working in a normal job and just spending a lot of time not doing something remarkable, right? So I'm just going to move on. Are we enjoying this? Say yes. Okay, somebody is raising their hands. Let me give. Oluwasina is raising his hand. Okay, let me unmute you. Oluwasina, do you have a question about what I've said so far? Mr. Oluwasina, sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. I can see your hand is raised up. Anyway, we'll have Q&A at the end of the session. So let's just continue because we are running out of time. Okay. Next, tip number 4, use active voice rather than passive voice, and use action verbs, right? So what is a passive voice? A passive voice is basically you using sentences in such a way that the object comes last, right? For example, Sue changed the flat tire as an active voice. Passive voice, the flat tire was changed by Sue. So basically, what you want to do with active and passive voice is that you want to make sure you reformat your resume to sound more active rather than passive. So you want to write that you perform action, not the action was performed by you, right? So look at this example. The cashier counted the money. That's an active voice. On the right-hand side, it shows the money was counted by the cashier, right? So you can see that for you to change your resume to active, you need to show that you perform the action first, right? See the other example, the dog catched the squirrel. The squirrel was catched by the dog. That's passive voice. Again, if you look at this guy's resume, It says here, developed promotions with brands including Audible, Sony, Adobe, and Fender. So if you get what I'm trying to say here is that you want to make sure that you are not avoid by all means. And if you don't know how to do that, don't worry. I have a tip for you later. You'll be able to use it to change your sentences to an active voice. Another reason why you should use active voice is because your sentences become even more short, right? Passive voice, you tend to write more longer. So is another trick for you to concise your resume into a more readable and scannable format. Okay. So number 5, include your education. Include GPA if it is above 3.2. Well, GPA just means it is a scoring system generally used in the US. And some companies actually require that. If you don't have a very high GPA score, just take it out of your resume. It doesn't matter. The most important thing is to highlight that you studied so and so, right? Move on. Well, you can see this as an example. You can see that the guy writes his Bachelor of Science, and then he writes the course, and then he writes the date, and then he includes his GPA. Well, you can see that his GPA is very high. If your GPA is not high, please just stick to removing it. Next, number 6, the skill section. The skill section depends on your job that requires it. So, like I said earlier, you don't need to use the skill section for certain types of job, right? Only it's very advised if you're in the creative industry or you're in an industry that you can demonstrate your skills. So like, for example, if you're in engineering, you can demonstrate that. If you're in IT, you can demonstrate that. Or if you are in law, for example, I mean, I would advise you not to use the skill section per se. You should rather use the reverse chronological format. So you can see this example. This person is a supply chain analyst, and they highlight their skill level. If you look at the right-hand side of the screen, they show that they know Excel and all that. Well, I must warn you, please not include Microsoft Word or Excel, basic Excel in your CV. It's just lame. Everybody is expected to know these 2 tools. So if you put that in your CV, most employers will just think that this person doesn't know much, right? So rather, if, for example, you're in accounting, you want to use. Sorry, who is that? Yeah. Okay. So I was saying, if you're in accounting, for example, accountants, they use a lot of Excel. You don't need to put Excel. You should use something else that accountants use, because if you put Excel, it just shows that you are too basic. You don't have a lot of experience, right? Don't put Microsoft Word. Don't put that. I've seen that a lot of times. People put Microsoft Word. Trust me, it will hurt your CV, right? You want to put something more higher, like for example, Oracle. Oracle is a software that is known in industry, in this particular industry, right? This is what you need to put. Okay. So next, extracurricular activities and leadership. honors and award. So this is something that can help boost your CV as well. As you can see in this example, this guy includes his activities as in the business council he's involved with. So generally, if you are part of a business council, or you're part of a law council executive, or if you're part of the nursing association, or if you're part of the engineering professional group, anything that any industries, well, most industries have this type of associations anyway. So you want to always look for associations that are related to your industry, and you want to join them. And this is a perfect way to highlight it, because it shows that you are very active in your industry and you are not obsolete. You're always looking for ways to upgrade your knowledge. So if you have any type of award or any certificate that was given to you, you should include it here. But it must be relevant to your industry. If it's not relevant to your industry, please just try not to put it in, right? Because it's going to hurt you. Now, number eight, have a website or social media profile where you can showcase your skills. So the reason why I'm putting this is because these days, as COVID is striking us really hard, I mean, most interviews are done anyway using Zoom, right? If you can find a way to have your own website or use social media to share your experiences, it will go a very, very long way. In fact, number one place you must have your profile is LinkedIn. You should have your profile on LinkedIn. If you have your own personal website, good. You can also use YouTube, and you can use Instagram for creative people. Like if you're into music, if you're into arts and crafts, if you're into engineering, if you're into agriculture, you can use Instagram to show what you're doing. And there are so many people that have successfully gotten even business contracts by showcasing their skills online. Stop posting all these funny jokes on your Instagram. It's just a waste of space. Try to create your Instagram in such a way that it sells your skills. If you want to be posting all kind of funny jokes or funny memes or how you're enjoying life, you should create a separate account that is just focused on your personal life, right? Because this employers, they actually check for your profile to kind of like gauge your psychography, meaning how you live your life as a whole, and how your lifestyle can affect the culture of their company, right? So if you want to go for a good company, you must make sure that you clean up your social media profile, right? And if you have the capacity, you should build a website and also start YouTube. For example, look at this doctor. I found him on YouTube. He's a doctor in the UK. He runs a YouTube channel and he's very serious about it. And he has shared a lot of stories of how he gets different employers actually contact him, and he uses this as a way to kind of like advance his career. So if doctor can do this, I mean, anyone can do this, right? So it's not just limited to in the creative field. If you're an accountant, you should start like an accounting probably channel where you talk about the things you learn in accounting. So yeah, I think this is something that you can consider doing. But just so you know, there's a lot of work involved in this, right? It's only for people that want the big money, right? If you want the big money, you should put a little bit more effort, right? So that's that. Nine is a bonus tip. So I said 8 tip, but I'm including 9 because this will help you in the phase of application. When you are doing your application process, it's good to have a master resume where you have all your skill set, and then you can copy and paste so that it's fast for you to apply for jobs without wasting a lot of time. We are almost done. Yes, so I went through 5 mistakes that people make. And then after that, we're going to take Q&A, and then we're going to close. So number one mistake people make is listing job duties instead of accomplishments. We talked about that already. So please do not list job duties in your resume. Try to change the job duties into accomplishments. Number 2, grammatical errors. Please and please, if you know that you don't know how to write English very well, go and download this tool called Grammarly. Don't worry, I'll also include a link in the PDF so you can go and download it. This tool, trust me, you'll thank me later. It has the ability to restructure your English from passive to active. It will automatically find grammar errors, not just spelling errors. Like if your sentence is too complicated, it will tell you you need to simplify it more. So please avoid the grammar errors. Listing in chronological order instead of relevance to the job. So if you know that you don't have a lot of experience in the job that you're going for, instead of just listing unrelated experiences just to show that you have a job history, I mean, you don't need to do that. We already talked about that. You can just apply the skill-based method, and then you can craft your resume that way. Do not ignore unpaid experiences. So, like I was mentioning, if you don't have a job experience, you can go and do volunteering, especially like, for example, people that are in the medical industry. It's very difficult to get a job. You can just go and look for like charity organizations and work for them for free for some time. If you do a very good job, you might probably even be transferred to paid, right? Now, say how they are looking for a lot of staff. So why don't you look for a way to go and volunteer over there? And perhaps you might even get somebody that would say, oh, why don't you join our team, right? So that's a good way to get yourself into the door. Now, there are some people, they use one resume to apply for every type of position. That's a big mistake, because if you're applying for a leadership position, you should craft your resume to actually reflect that. You shouldn't use the same type of resume for all types of jobs. Remove your age from your resume if you're going for a job that generally in that industry is more young people. Remove your age. Or on the other hand, if you're applying for a job that is more old people in that industry and you're young, please remove your age to avoid ageism. Only add it if it is required in the job. in the job requirement, right? So save yourself some trouble and just remove that. Now, some people like to include second email and second phone number. I mean, that can confuse the HR person. So please remove that. Don't put second email, second phone number. Headshot should be removed if you don't have a very nice photo. If you have a basic photo like passport picture that is not even appealing, please just remove it. Don't put it in your resume. People might just get turned off, especially for the fact that most of these HR people are Indians, they are Filipinos, they are Egyptians. You don't want them to just start to just discriminate against you real quick, even before they even take a look at your resume, right? So these are the few recommendations I have for you. I have more, but we are out of time. So quiz time. If you listen carefully what I was saying, can somebody tell me what software can help reduce grammar mistakes? And whoever tells me the right answer will be the person to win the makeover resume that I'm going to do. Haha. Okay. I can see people typing. First person was PC Ukachu. You got it right, but your spelling again is wrong. So, okay, Grammarly. I guess people are listening. All right, so I guess I'm going to give it to PC Ukachu. PC Ukachu, congratulations. You have won the resume makeover. So you can contact me on WhatsApp so that I can go over your resume and help you redesign it, right? So also another thing is that this session, I have some notes, right? So I'm going to be sharing with everybody the slides for this in the group, and also a link to 3 free templates you can use to edit your resume, and that will help you to fast track your resume, right? You don't want to be using old style of resume or resume that is very cluttered, that doesn't look good, right? So I'll send everybody that attended this session 3 free templates, but PC Ukachu is the only person that I'm going to personally edit their resume. I'm going to personally edit your resume, right? Okay, so before we go to this part, question time. Do we have questions? The floor is open. Questions, please. Kelvin, you might have to send me a WhatsApp message. So question time, guys. I want to hear from you. Do we have any questions? Question. Okay. Oh, reference. Sorry, I missed that. Somebody wrote about reference, if reference is needed in the resume, right? Well, it depends. Reference is needed if in the job description they say that you should provide a reference, but generally reference is not needed. I would advise you to instead use testimonials instead of reference. Maybe.
The moderator, I don't know if I can say something in that regard.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, the reference is very important. And when we are providing reference, we should always remember that it should be somebody that have worked with us in the capacity of the job we are applying for. For example, you will see some people, they will put their pastor, for example. Their pastor is not going to say anything that we make your employer know that you know the job. And most of the time, they will send some form to your reference later to fill. And in the form they will send to them, they will be asking specific professional questions. So it is very important when we are making reference, we should use people that we have worked with, maybe in our previous workplace or our present work, or someone who knows more about the profession that you are practicing and essentially the one you are applying for. This is very important. It is not our father, it is not our political friends, it's not our pastor that's supposed to be our reference if we are not in the same discipline or profession. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That is our president, Mr. Kayode. Thank you so much for that clarification. So if again, to recap, if you're ever going to put in your reference, make sure you put relevant references. I will show you an example of reference from my CV. Just give me a minute. Okay. So if you see my CV, I have a reference, but just like Mr. Kayode mentioned, it has to be very relevant to your job. So I have all these people in my reference list are people that I've worked with and they're in my industry, right? You don't want to ever put somebody that is not relevant to your industry. But there's a caveat to that. Depending on the type of job you're going for, if you're going for a very sensitive type of job also, you might need to put character reference, which means you can include probably somebody like a pastor or something like that. I've seen situations where in the UK, people actually get jobs because they included their imam, their Muslim so this is a good point. Thank you for highlighting that. And then, well, there's so many things that I wanted to cover, but I couldn't cover. I will be having another section on the 16th of January at Almaria Hall number 1. That will be a church service by 8 a.m. So if you want to know more, we're going to be having a part 2. I'm going to highlight another section of this resume writing on the 16th. So if you're interested in that, so you can come for that. And then I'm just looking at the comments box. Also, yeah, somebody just mentioned, just reminded me. If you're going to attend this section I'm going to be having live, that is going to be like a physical session on the 16th. You should come with your 96 hours PCR. Without that, you can't enter. You cannot enter the hall without your 96 hours PCR. Somebody said, Shivobo said, how many pages is advisable for a good resume? Like I said before, 2 pages is advisable for a good resume. If you're going beyond that, you're going, that means that you need to kind of crop down your resume. If it's going to 3 pages, you need to cut it down a little bit. I know that in some industries, for example, creative people, it might be tough to cut down things, or maybe you have a lot of experiences. You should probably create something called portfolio document. So you should have a separate document instead of apart from a resume, you should have a separate document called your portfolio document, right? So that when you're sending out job applications, you can send out your resume plus your portfolio. And in some cases, you need to also write a cover letter. Well, that's all I have for you today. I'm just going through the comments again to make sure I didn't miss anything. Are we all happy? Do we have any other question?
There's a question in the box. Sorry, sir. The CV
I've
for
answered them all.
academic, no, the CV for academic and admission purpose for jobs. You didn't address that. The difference between CV for academics.
Okay. Oh, yes. Is there any difference between CVs for academics, admission purposes, and CVs for jobs? Yes. Like I said, CV is meant for your academic admission. But resume is for job search. Resume is a concise way for you to show your previous work experience, to show your skills. But your CV highlights a lot more. It puts more information, like maybe your write-ups, your research. Maybe you're going for an MBA or you're going for a master program. It's better for you to create a CV rather than a resume. So I guess we covered it all. And don't worry, I will also be sending out some materials in the group to help you go more into studying these things. So do we have any other question? If we don't have any other question, please, I would like to get a feedback from you on WhatsApp. Please send me a WhatsApp message. Let me know if I did very bad, or if I did a good job of sharing with you the little information I have been able to get on CV. And make sure you're following us on social media, Pro Nigeria and UAE. And as you can see on the screen here, on Facebook, we have a group and we have a page. Our Facebook group, you can search for Pro Nigerians in UAE group. You will find it. And on the page, you can find us at Pro Nigerians in UAE. On Instagram, we are at Pro Nigerians in UAE. Have I put my number? Yeah, this is my number. In case you want to contact me on WhatsApp, I'll just type it in the message: 055 44 15763. 0544155763. So please send me a message on WhatsApp. I'd like to hear from every one of you. And thank you so much for coming to our first webinar of the year. Hopefully, we're going to be doing more of this. We shot out of time a little bit. I'm still trying to get myself into the flow of doing sessions like this. So please forgive me if I took a little bit more of your time. And without further ado, have a wonderful night. Okay, I will still be here for about 10 minutes. If you have any question or you are struggling with something, or if you have your resume with you, I can look through it and we can see how we can help you improve it, right? So good night, guys, and have a good one. Have a good weekend. For those of you that are interested in the live program that we're going to be hosting on Sunday, I'll just share the flyer with you here so you can come and get more information about resume. Thank you guys and have a good night. So once again, Almaria Mall, Cinema Hall #1, that's Hamdan Street.
Thank you very much
8
for
a.m. to
giving
10.
us this privilege. We appreciate
Thank
you.
Thanks. You're free to go. I'm just going to be here for a while.
Good evening. Hello, good evening. Good evening. Hello, good evening.
Someone is speaking. Your music is loud, bro. Someone is speaking.
Sorry?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right.
Go ahead.
You said if there's any CV around, as in you can look through it, but I don't know how it can be shared to you so that you can help. You said if there is a resume around, let's go through it a bit, but I don't know how to share it to you now.
No problem. I'll give you sharing capability.
Thank you.
Okay, you can share now. Can you share it? Helen, are you there? Can I see you guys' faces at least? Can I see you guys' faces, please? There we go. Thank you, Mr. Noble. Yeah, this is much better. Okay, so we have Helen's CV right now. We are going to critique it, and we're going to see how we're going to improve it. Hope you don't mind, Helen, if I say a lot of things that might sound a bit harsh. Yeah? Please
It's okay. I
forgive me,
actually
huh?
want it to be improved. That's why I brought it.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. It takes courage to be able to share your CV publicly. Well, good job. So first, I would say things that you're doing very well, and then I will tell you things that you can improve on. Right?
All right.
Okay. So it is 3 pages, and I'm seeing only 1 page. Oh, okay, good. Let's start from page number 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so page number 1. Wow, you're doing a lot of things right. So number 1 thing you're doing right is your format. The way you lay out the CV is very easy to scan. It's so simple to scan. Like if someone wants to see your job experience, they can just look at the top, the titles. So that is very, very good. So another thing you're doing right is you put all the right information. Like for example, you have your contact information, you have your email address. Yeah, you have your WhatsApp there as well. Okay. Let's see next page.
Yeah.
Next page 2, you're doing very well. Okay. Looks like you have a lot of experience in designing. Okay, good job. Next page.
Yeah.
Okay, education is highlighted very well. Nice. All courses attended. Nice. So you see, I like the fact that you are very clean with your CV, using the right fonts, using the right spacing.
Yeah.
So this is very important. I did mention it while I was talking about the CV, but there is one thing called applicant tracking software.
Okay.
Yeah. So with applicant tracking systems, they are robots that are used by agencies that are looking for applicants, right? Okay. Before, employers used to manually check your CV, but now not anymore. Software that is scanning your CV. So what you have right now is laid out in a simple way where the software can really scan it and figure out the information. So very good job in that sense. So and when you're going to revise this CV, make sure you have at the back of your mind first, because even before your CV is going to get to a human being, it will go through a robot.
Wow.
So you need to tailor your CV in such a way that it makes the robot happy. And there are simple tricks to do that. One of it is the layout. The way you lay out your CV is very good. So let's go back to the first page. Let's start from there. And everybody else, if you have any question too, please make sure you just intercept us and we can go through it. So number 1 thing you need to improve here is you remove the CV at the top there. you should just remove that. Instead of putting CV, you should put your job description.
Okay.
Like the job role, like what job you're going for. If you can remember when I was going through the CVs, there are always like job role at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what you need to change. Which job are you trying to apply for?
I'm a nurse.
Okay, so you're applying for nurse. So you need to put like nursing title, like you need to research what's the most common title that is being used. And you put that at the top. Okay? That's number one. Number two, I'm going to say this. Your picture, your picture is a no-no. You are looking unhappy. You're looking so serious. And in this country, they already have a stereotype about Nigerians, right? They think that we are aggressive. They think we are not nice people. So you don't want them to feel that way by showing a picture that is not very welcoming. Especially you're going for a nursing position. You understand? So so you see, you're a very happy person. You should show that in your picture. Okay? Or just remove the picture. You don't need a picture.
Okay.
Yeah. Just remove it.
Require a resume with pic.
Sorry?
Oftentimes they do request for a resume that have picture.
Okay. So if it is a requirement in the job description, please include a picture, but just invest a little bit of money on a professional photo, because that professional photo, you're going to use it in so many ways. Just spend a little bit of money and get a very clean photo. It will cost you maybe around 150 grams or 200. Depends on who is taking a photo. So if you have the clothing of a nurse, you should wear it and take that picture, because automatically you're programming their mind to see you as a nurse already. Right? Okay. So if you don't have that, just get like a proper nice suit and take a picture in that. Next, career. No, back on that page. So the next thing is your career objective. Let's read it. Attentive nurse professional presenting high level of care, patient assistance, and team spirit during each shift, considering hardworking and driven, ready, blah, blah, blah. You see, I'm struggling to read it, right? Yeah. So what you want to do is you have to download that Grammarly software. Okay. When you download it, you see this part where you wrote all these things, copy and paste it there. It will recommend to you a way to rewrite it in a way that is easier to read. And it will correct some of the grammars. Like there are some grammar I can see here already that is not great. Don't worry, your CV is very good. But if you improve it a little bit, you get better results. Zoom out. Zoom out.
Okay. Like this?
Yeah, that's good. So another trick is, no, I want to see everything. Okay. Another thing you can do is go to the job descriptions and try to copy some keywords that are being used in those job descriptions and copy them and put them in this objective. Then rewrite your sentences to make sense. Do you know why I'm saying that? The reason why I'm saying that is because of that applicant tracking software.
Okay.
Because when they are putting out job descriptions, that applicant tracking software is fed with certain keywords as well. So if your CV matches those keywords, it will be easy for them to shortlist you. So how do you usually apply for jobs right now?
Online, mostly.
Which website are you using?
Mostly Indeed.
Indeed, okay. Indeed is using one of the most advanced applicant tracking system. So what you do is you go to the job description, see the requirements, and see the skills that are required. Copy some of it. All this hardworking, registered, blah blah blah. They expect you as a nurse to be hardworking already. So if you can use some of the keywords, I'm not too familiar with your nursing industry, but if you can copy some of those words and put them in here, for example, zoom out, I cannot see everything.
Okay.
I still cannot see everything.
I'm using the phone, so I don't know. Still on the
Zoom,
career
pinch it.
objective level.
No, I mean like make it smaller. You're making it too big. I want you to make it smaller.
Better?
Yeah, good, perfect. All right, so you make it big again.
Okay.
More.
More.
Yeah, great. Good.
Okay.
Again. Okay, let's manage it like this. So let's see how we can rewrite this. Attentive nurse. Wait, give me a minute. Let me do some digging into your industry.
Thank you.
So let's see. Okay, let's see. Where is it? You said attentive nurse professional presenting high level of care. Okay, you put iron as well. Okay. How many years of experience do you have? How many years of experience do you have?
Above 5. Above 5 years. Yeah.
Okay, you can write your current objective by saying licensed RN with over 5 years of clinical experience.
Okay.
Seeking to ensure
Mm-hmm.
high level of care
Okay. All right.
assisting patients
Mm-hmm.
comma
Yeah.
what else you have here? Through proven daily care skills.
Daily care.
Yeah, daily care nursing skills.
Okay.
Then is it safe to say maintained 95% satisfaction for elderly patients?
95% of.
Elderly care.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Have you trained anybody?
Sorry?
Have you trained anybody during your career?
Yes, the junior staff.
Like how many have you trained? Approximately.
Approximately 20.
Okay, so say successfully trained over 20 new nurses.
Mm-hmm.
So that's enough. You don't want to write too much.
Yeah.
Okay, now we go to the work history. Instead of work history, use experience or work
Instead of
experience.
job descriptions. Okay,
Instead of
work
work history, the word,
Okay.
because the thing is, again, for the tracking software, right? They usually use those words. So you want to
Yeah.
change it. Caregiver hospital in Nigeria. What's your most relevant? Is this your most recent job?
Yeah, before I
Nigeria?
came. Yeah, before I came.
Okay. Okay, you never worked here before.
No.
Okay, no problem. Till date. What do you mean till date? You're still working
Actually,
there?
no, actually, it's it's it will be corrected.
Okay, no problem. So you need to change that. So how can we make it better? Can you put the year at the end and put the role at the beginning and put um, the employer in the middle?
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying, right?
That's senior nursing officer, caregivers hospital, Lagos, Nigeria. Then fifth.
Perfect.
All right. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
The reason is because they read the job description first before they place where it was done. And also, you want to mask that Nigeria thing. You don't want them to, you don't want
Yes.
it to be in their face, right?
Yeah.
So it is a
Yeah.
trick to just hide it.
Exactly.
You're using good words, closely monitored and recorded patient vitals, implementing bespoke care improvements to minimize recovery time. That's good. Positively actioned feedback. Good, good. Okay, I take it that you know how to write in that sense. Okay, so let's see.
I need to. I'm still learning.
Let's see. Because if you go through all of this, it's going to take like 2 hours. I'll just go through the main things.
Okay.
Mori, okay, we said that we are switching it over. You're doing it for all of them, by the way, so not just the top one.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so it's consistent, you know.
Yeah.
And do you have a LinkedIn profile?
Yes, I do.
Okay, your CV is uploaded,
Yes.
and
And
your
they,
profile
they
is your profile is organized according to the CV. Like,
actually,
you know, there is histories and there is work experience and all that.
yes, yes,
Oh, you did that?
yes, I did.
Oh, very good, very good. So why is your LinkedIn not okay? It's not that important, but if you have it there, it will be good.
Okay. But I have to change the pics.
No, I mean like the top, you know, the top, like if you can put LinkedIn profile there, because these
Yeah.
days is kind of like a requirement.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you want to be updated, you don't want to be old school. Next, let's see what we have here. Helped, wow, that was good. Helped to capture 90% decrease. You're a pro. Next. Next, provide care with patients, deliver practical emotional support. Okay, you see, the thing that I feel might improve it a little bit is like, again, like I told you before, you need to go and copy some of your terms, your nursing terms,
Yeah.
and try to infuse them into your job descriptions. Like maybe sometimes you need to put like something that is only nurses that will understand.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
So that shows that you are deep into the profession, right? Then may I ask, why is it that you have the skills section? Is it like a requirement in your?
Yes, there was the first few layout I saw, the required it should be put separate like this.
Okay, I see. Oh, right. You have all the keywords and all that. All right, cool. But again, remember, you want to cut down your job description to only put your achievements, so that you can accommodate the skills, right? The skills section, and you can move up your pages into 2. Okay, let's go next. Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Great. I'm just noticing one thing. Your capitalization for this Bachelor of Science, nursing should be capital, no? Yeah,
Okay,
just make nursing capital.
Yes.
Technology of Oyo, Nigeria. Okay. In view. What do you mean in view?
The cert is
What
not
does it
out.
mean?
The certificate is not out.
Yet, but even though the certificate is not out, you've completed the program, right?
Yeah, just at the finals now.
Or you've not done it yet?
Sorry?
Because if you completed the program, you just need to put the year. No need to stay in view, because you're trying to sell yourself to get into the interview and explain what you have. So if you're saying in view, it might confuse them.
Okay, correcting. To be
So
corrected.
yeah. Okay, so next, diploma of higher education certificate in nursing. Right, great. School of Nursing. What does professional development mean?
It's a program a certified program to
Is it still under the leadership
last.
management in health?
No, it's a different
It's on its
program.
own.
Yes.
Oh, but you need to explain it, because professional development does not add any value.
Okay.
So maybe you might say what that professional development actually is, so that they can understand the value that has given to your work experience. Then you have higher national diploma in nursing, Owerri. It doesn't have a year to it.
To that.
Oh,
Okay. Corrected.
yeah, you need to add a year to it. That's that, and then you have other courses attended. Good one. Declaration. I hereby declare. Blah, blah, blah. Remove that. You don't need it. And references. Instead of saying referees, say references.
Okay.
Instead of educational qualification, you can put education and certifications.
Okay.
And other courses. Instead of other courses, you can say what's that term usually used? Other courses attended. You can say professional trainings.
Professional trends.
Professional trainings.
Okay.
So I guess if you do these things, you will. And like I shared with you guys, if you can add like a testimonial, like somebody like saying something nice about you from your past jobs, will look different and to help, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
But that's optional. You don't need to put that.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So
Thanks so much.
I guess that's it. I hope you got a few things from that.
I did. And I'm very grateful.
You're welcome. I really love that you dropped me a voice note, like telling me your feedback.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you have my WhatsApp number, right?
I got it earlier.
Perfect.
Mm.
Thank you so much, Helen. It's been my pleasure to go through your CV.
Yes, I'm grateful.
And I pray that this work experience, this work challenges and visa problems we are having will not be your portion.
Amen.
Because it's really tough out here right now. So
It's really.
We pray that you're going to come back in the next probably 2 months or 1 month.
Yes.
Employed.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Yeah. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to go through your CV. You can stop sharing now.
Okay.
And if anybody else have a question or you want to say something, I'm all ears before we sign out.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
So with no further ado, I guess nobody is saying anything anymore. Anyway, if we still want to get more, because there are some things I didn't cover. I didn't cover the parts of application and how to apply faster. So I think I will cover that on Sunday at Maria Mall Cinema Hall #1. So
I
if
didn't
you
get
can come.
the church service.
Sorry?
The address for the church service where the seminar will be holding.
Yes, it's there. So I would love to see all of you guys there, and probably can help as many people as possible. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. My name is David Awokoya, and I hope I can have this again soon.
A good pleasure. Thanks so very much.
Thank you. Have a lovely night. Good night, everyone.
Night.
Signing out.